Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
This is a very active audience.
Y'all ain't playing, are you? Well, he took the stage at a Make America Healthy Again over the weekend, where he put the focus on West Virginia Governor Patrick Morrisey. Take a look.
I got to know Governor Morrisey early in the transition. First time I saw him, I said, "You look like you ate Governor Morrisey." And there was a lot of talk about getting healthy again, and I'm very happy that he's invited me to be his personal trainer. We're going to put him on a carnivore diet. We're going to make him raise your hand if you want Governor Morrisey to do a public weigh-in once a month. And then when he's lost 30 pounds, I'm going to come back to the state and do a celebration and a public weigh-in with him.
Did you hear that last boo? Somebody was like, oh, hell no, boo! And a lot of people are accusing him of fat-shaming the governor. Now, is this appropriate to a governor at a public speech?
Particularly from a former heroin addict who has a brain worm. I mean, he should be careful because people will start making fun of him pretty soon if they haven't already. But you know what? Soon as RFK Jr. brings Ebola back, we're all going to be skinny.
Now, he did overcome his addiction, we should know. I mean, that was so mean and uncomfortable,
yes.
And I don't think the audience liked it.
No,
this is a governor they recently elected who's pretty popular, but then saying he needs to get on the carnivore diet. I hate these trend, fad, health ideas. No, he needs to eat lean meats, vegetables, and fruits. It's common
What's
sense.
the carnivore diet?
It's like all red meat and nothing else, and like but you got to be really careful with it.
Carnivore means meat.
Yes, but you got to have
a lot of red meat. That's not so good for you, is it?
I don't think that's what the man
really
means.
not. You know, I think what was so offensive to me is that, you know, you have who is now our health secretary responsible.
You mean the non-doctor?
The non-doctor,
yeah.
the, you know, person who's pretty problematic. Speaking at West Virginia, in West Virginia, it consistently ranks number 49th in terms of healthcare quality in our country out of 50 states.
Wow.
Almost the last.
Yeah.
And also, it has the worst health outcomes of any state with the highest mortality rate and diabetes mortality. It also has the 4th highest average private health insurance premiums in the United States. If you're the health secretary, why don't you talk about that? Why don't you address those kinds of issues? Why are you talking about the governor's weight?
Because, you know, in order to do all those things you're asking for, you'd actually have to do your homework.
Yes, you have to do your job.
You'd have to do your job. Go ahead.
Well, I think it's probably easier to focus on the governor than it is the rise in measles, whooping cough, tuberculosis, which are all these things that are happening simultaneously. But it's also, there's just a human reaction, a visceral reaction to like a bully. Even though he wasn't like mad, someone who's large, someone who's large doesn't need you to point that out. Like, they are very aware and they feel that all the time. So to say that when he's on a stage, that is what nightmares are made of.
Yeah.
And then following it up with the cute little button, let's weigh him in, I would have died. Like, it is really just awful behavior.
If I could mention one more thing, too. I spent a lot of time in West Virginia, one of those beautiful states, but it has one of the reasons its health outcomes are so far behind is there's very rural parts where there's just not access to care.
Yeah.
That is one of the top things that HHS should be dealing with, is how to have more access to care in more difficult places to reach, because that is why you end up with higher mortality rates.
Democrats should be out there exactly talking about that right now.
Well,
Maybe
they should
Cory
be,
Booker will cover it.
They should be talking about a lot of stuff. I mean, the fact that you can't get any kind of what do you call it?
Insulin, diabetes?
No, you can't get
Insurance? Oh my God, cover.
Healthcare.
Is it 2 words?
Sounds like
Act it out.
No. One of the
bigger than a
hardest
bread box.
one of the hardest things to get people to recognize is part of the fact of being in a rural area puts you at such a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And one of the things they need to start doing is making sure that you can get the internet in all of these different places. Because if you can't access anything, you can't do any of the any of the tele stuff that you can, you should be doing.
And they're cutting telehealth.
And they're cutting
from
telehealth.
seniors.
So, Mr. Kennedy Jr., if you really want to really do something, people really could use your help. They could use your help getting them the access they need to keep their families well.
Yeah.
Please work on that. And let the governor take care of his business. Let the governor and his family work out whatever they need to work out. But you don't need to be the person pointing it out. You need to be the person helping the state.